fellow people them for Southern Cameroons, fellow citizens them for Ambazonia. Na Capo Daniel this again, una Deputy Defense Chief for the Savannah State of the Ambazonian Defense Forces. Once more, I come today for una, both as an activist, una FBI, una Lukong, una sense pasking, una two-side collars, una countryman, una village hero, the man where they talk una own talk, where they elevate una own culture for before. And I'm come again for una once more as una humble servant, both as an activist and as a military man, where they control all our forces them for the Ambazonia Defense Forces for the Savannah State. As salute una come good. I will take time for look whether this thing is actually the show, because I use nana some it need the show. It need the show. So now give me 1 minute. I will try for change the. I will go for the, because I use now Lucas Asu Facebook. So make I go for the Facebook and then I change the option so that make it show for all man. Me all man the same for place with them day. Because now so it show now it need to come for, it could show private, but later on after I finish the show, all man go see them. Because I see the software they operate, I could go for the Facebook page. Just give me a moment. And then I go put the setting for public. Okay. Now it is for public. That means say all man see me. We will go ahead with our presentation, and I will reintroduce myself again, so that I'm going to the flow, and then we will get a more better live presentation as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, my country people them for Ambazonia, people them for Southern Cameroon, wanna be welcome for this No Kunny Talk show, where they take them today for the platform for Mr. Lucas Ansu, the secretary of the AGOFC, serving under Dr. Chua Yaba, as I did a platform today. Must see what I did on live. Okay, yeah, it should not say they on live. So all na be welcome for this No Kunny Talk show. As you know, now my pledge for the nation of Ambazonia for always be for una for talk the truth, for answer our call for duty, and for make sure say una hear exactly the state of the revolution, and una for also for hold the truth to power, for make sure say will be the vanguard, for make sure say anything where them promise una for Ambazonia na the same thing we una go get them. We dey do them so for all side them, and also we go continue for the do them, and for also for step up, for play that role of an investigator, for find out which way to go on for now, and for save our revolution as all we for people for Southern Cameroon with the one same we go before go get independence. As usually, I will start with a song with our national anthem, and then I will go for song. But today I will change the format a little bit. I will show now some march past way with the past for Ambazonia for 1st of October National Day last year, and then I will play some other video again for Bui, where people will be open some community hospital. I will do all those things them. And for this platform, we talk na pidgin, the Ambazonian pidgin, and we then get big document we come out for England for their home office. The eternal document where they show the position and the knowledge of the English government, because when the government want shake skin, they ask me all department them provide for them facts where they feel work on. So that document they actually provide facts for the British government, and it also give the Ambazonia people for actually know the facts of which way the state of the revolution day, in particularly from an outside view and a neutral partner. So all man be welcome. I salute una for all place on a day. I salute the big people for China, for AMIC, a very powerful organization. It then shows say una partnership with the ACT, and for always stand for the truth and for support the revolution selflessly without any agenda. It pay off, and a good example for all person for follow. So today I go get a very short show. When I know so with my responsibility as a defense chief, I no get over time for come for do activism. I do work mostly now for background, and when I do activism, I know what to do and like before for be so animated, but I go be much more focused for just give una the points them, and then I go. Una know say it don't always be our position. So we know enough for popularism. So it need really matter the viewership. More way the matter na the influence and the action them on the ground way they actually translate for which we need them for our independence. So as we talk, we welcome all man again. We will go straight for ground zero. We no go wait any man. We no go wait any man for here. They go can join we later on. If they not join we, they go to see what action they for ground anyway. But we know say we'll get the best follower them. My follower are the most smartest people from Amazonia. That one no man no fit debate. We'll get the most free thinkers and most articulate people that they follow we, and we'll be very happy for that. So we'll go straight for ground zero, and we'll go for the 1st of October last year before we get for the presentation. For any man where did not come now, we'll get big breaking news today. I will give some big revolution about the court case where the law firm where Chris Anu, the Gideon and Goliath. Gideon and Goliath, I will talk about that one. I will give una unprecedented information about that as well. I will also give una a little bit briefing review of the document from England. I don't get time for do the whole review today. I will take a whole Conny Talk show only on that one. But now I will give you a brief review, initial response for the document. I will also talk for about defense, which way to go on. La République du Cameroon, they don't send me a challenge. They don't send me an audio message where you deliver for me by one of their personality. Then for ground zero, I don't receive the message. I don't know why they not be sent for public. How they always send those their messages for public, but then send that one directly for me. I not go handle them just for myself, but I go handle them for this platform as a deputy defense chief. I go respond for them directly. I not go respond for them through WhatsApp where they send the message for me. I go play the message me gonna hear, and I go respond for them directly. So all man be welcome. I go una join me for place una day for salute our flag for Court Cafe. I want salute all my general for ground zero. General Efang, General Popo, General Ebube, General Kapura. I salute all una cafe then they for up on a day at a lot. So maybe we'll go straight for ground zero with a wonderful parade way our soldier they be organize them with our population. Now for also give una a perspective, say we know they don't do the thing now by ourselves, but na ground zero that mandate we and our people.
The continuity. This is the continuity of the second session.
Yeah, now the image is then this from ground zero from 1st of October.
The third session, rather.
Say the Amazonian Defense Forces them now the forces of the people. We treat our people them well. We need to force them. They come out of their will to stand with our forces them because the forces them for the community where they be wake up for answer the call for national duty to save our population and make sure say me they attain independence when they right for our territory as a category B territory under the trusteeship agreement for the United Nations.
This is the time of the youth.
Now the youth then that way they dance some people talk so they force them make the world the CM no say the population even for 20th May 11 February they don't feel commodity way. People where they want argue say now because it will be the use force for intimidate people they mean they not come up for 11 February but me then consider the fact that La République du Cameroon they get more army them for intimidate our people they mean they not come up for 1st October but the people then decide for come out. So if you put intimidation and intimidation together we'll beat them hands down. So salute all man for ground zero, our population. We then stand strong with the Amazonian Defense Forces. We stand with all of them. They stand with the other forces them as well. So we salute them all. We greet them all. And we love our country. Our country cannot disappear. Southern Cameroon cannot disappear. La République du Cameroon, the international community don't tell them. A nation cannot disappear. A state cannot vamoose. So therefore break down things them. And yep, I'll give una those information as time to go. I salute all man for house. Quinta Loom. When I know that I open new Facebook now, when I go join me for the also na Amba Abakwa and Abakwa Amba una Amba Abakwa. I forget the name. But all man be welcome. Monono will be welcome. Ophelia when I welcome all man be welcome. Unfortunately, I not gonna be over this. The be so like before. When I know now I've been na DDC Defense Deputy Defense Chief na big responsibility, and I believe say my mentor Sheikh Kavi done train me very well before the one hand me this big job for volunteer as citizen volunteer for serve our nation in this capacity. And all the troops then when they report back for me every day, and all the commanders and the general then trust me, say I the handle the thing, then believe in my leadership. And when I see my leadership for ground zero high and change things, then we go continue for assert ourselves very strongly for ground zero. We go continue for push for La Republic of Cameroon out of our territory, mobilize our people. And I want to tell, and I said this, the real revolution is not televised. For true, the real revolution is not televised. If you do wait, it will be popular. It is not popular. Like then talk for many cases for Algeria, black leg there be actually plenty past revolutionaries them, but they be win. So make una always know, say principle they no go ever fail. Principle, just stay for your principle. When you do the right thing for the right reason with the right motivation, just continue to do it you do am. Eventually people they will come. No just feel say be pressure, say plenty people they talk say me you do so or me you do so you must do am. No, check for your heart wait till you do am, maybe correct or not. If you be correct, you do am. You do am. Even if people now either you see from the beginning, I don't always be consistent for stand on the truth, because those are the principles. That is what I'm made of. And people have all come around. People have all come around. And think about our revolution. If there was not somebody to stand like that, how would the leadership stand? You know, because leadership need the people. They need the activists. They need the media to do what they cannot do with their status as leaders. I offer small wine, red wine for people. I drink the red wine inside today for people for ground zero. But papa them I give a color. I know who color today. Color and finish. I the wait color. People where they want come for Hong Kong or for China or Thailand, all this side for Asia. When I begin send me the color them, they go send them for me. I go receive them. So I offer on a wine for place a day. I put small for ground. I put small wine for ground for all our people there. Then they for ground zero. Now so we communicate who are tradition. Whether you be done die or not, we communicate now so you could hear. So I set up the speaker. I will play on the message from La République du Cameroun, their army for ground zero. With the answer for me, for challenge me as the deputy defense chief, because who don't shoot them pepper inside Bamenda bed. We will go for that one later. Slowly. Suffering. So I give you the music. Now time for me for welcome all man for house now. And I go play this wonderful music from the great state of Bui. How our people they be the welcome and salute and thank General Ebube for the hospital where will be open them, the community hospital will be open them for the people. Then for we are the people. We put Amazonian civilians first. We are fighting for you with the little we have. It is not about publicity. We have opened a lot of community hospitals, schools, and dispensaries and things like that to serve our public, because that is who we are, and we don't publicize them. People who think that we are doing propaganda, trust me, if I just tell you the amount of things that are in my hands, if we do propaganda here, there will not be any space in Ambazonia social media. So, salut General Ebube, Kodu Kafe, Dia Talat, your flag that you up, salute you. So, welcome Oma for us, Rasi, Faith Wisdom for us, LPC for a young for us, Monono Martin for us, you welcome. Mr. Let's see our Ambazonia woman there. Hey, join us now. When I know this time, any man will go Baptist street. So you wanna do one? Grandma Sally, welcome. Mama, welcome. We get a lot of things to present them. We get 3 major things about present them. I salute you, Keita Food as well. Welcome. And I salute all my way there for us. And we hear the kidnapping and kidnapping. There's a small kidnapping that's still on. I promise to fight them more and more. And my brother Keita will deal with now. We don't hear about some people that are kidnapping for around not call the specific place, but we know that area like Republic Cameroon, they work today, they talk kidnap, they use EDF name they need. We will do our best to make sure say none of our soldiers will never engage in such activities against our code of conduct. Hey, Biko Khan! Biko Khan, people they ever talk say Biko Khan nama, I mean I use Biko Khan to the fake, I use Biko nama fake profile. So now when I go talk say wait, more than the Biko Khan, I see my hand them dey for up na either for day. So Biko Khan no be Capo Daniel. Let me say Biko Khan, you get sense plenty. You get sense plenty. Mami B, welcome. Oh Mami, welcome for house. Oh Mami, welcome. I wanna know we go straight directly for our presentation. We no go the over aminate again because now they don't give me big cheer for ADF. So I no go the over act like before, but I go the give una the facts and I go still play the role as a vanguard and an activist for our revolution. So we get a lot to present them today. So La République du Cameroon, before I want come online like 2 hours ago, then send me message. Their military send me message from Bamenda through one of the personalities and for Ground Zero where they get them. And the person send me the audio. I go answer them directly for here. I no go reply the audio for them. I go answer them directly for this platform. I go play the audio me on my ear because when I know me, when I know me, I've been a man for public. I know say they panic, they don't see my handwork and they shake. So they feel say maybe this message go come, it go shake me, but it go only motivate me even more. So I will play the audio later on, but we will get directly to our presentation of today. So we go one start today. I go one take the issue, a lot of issue then there for Ground Zero, we want talk am. But last time when I see the group where it be led by Dada, then carry out an operation for Ground Zero, and I don't get a lot of report from our security expert them. I be done congratulate them for that action, but I go come for play them again when I know say the one at the No Conny talk show. We need to do Conny. We go put all thing for Grammy all man is Siam. Now the video this for General Dada. Close the volume. Now the video this for General Dada. Now Commander Dada actually last time we then be take action. Make all know say who no dey na for palava competition or whatsoever. The last time we hear Mark Barata make announcement say some group for Ambazonia he done carry out some big operation. He bring weapon the go never ever see them, and they say they carry that action for Acquire Village. I come from a platform. I congratulate them because we want me all we prosper. Any action where they win, now all we the win. We win together, we lose together. But we need to be careful if we the one claim something will not be because na say the Red Dragons be taken for enter this struggle for infiltrate this struggle where they be don't come out from nowhere with weapon. They will not know who side they be come out. We don't know whether as we don't overexpose the Red Dragon, we don't defeat their purpose where they be create that group me infiltrate we as the plan B for La République du Cameroon. All man that know who they be, we not see how they massacre our people, executing young people as teenagers. The boy we there for up Kumba, the way they don't paralyze ADF fighters. They don't kill 9 tigers people them execution style. They don't kill chief them local funds for day. Now they be the promote most of those kidnapping for ransom them as well. Cutting people their hand up. They work with La République du Cameroon. I will talk them directly. I need to do Conny for here. So all I know already wait they do them. General Yeke will be the talk for it before it don't come out talk them. Fee Mashanova ever go fight. So when I know very well you never fight before you never fight any fight. It will be a propaganda. Even Mark Barata and the rest will they be always propagate their story the way they give for them. Then to don't come out ask those legitimate questions and say who's the die body then they. The weapon the way Fee Masha be get them. They be done withdraw those weapons them. Those soldiers then said they be tell we how they will withdraw those weapons them. That way they be facing General Ivor and die the war the finish. They don't want close shop. Fee Masha wake up disappear for night. Then they come La Republic can carry weapon. The way they take them for your army then put them for inside one house. They can carry all those weapons and go. Today they display fake weapons them for social media. Most of the group the way they don't send them that they go they call an armor car on a witty. All those groups then they never ever use one to succeed because they always can't catch them for their camp. However, they do them, na then sabi, me, my own for do tell na wait way, would observe them. So this video, Commander Dada, he don't come with this video, then talk say, they make announcement say, na attack where they be go carry them for La République du Cameroon, For instance, Akwaya, they even released the video. Make I play the video for the purported attack where they carry on for Akwaya. Now the video this. Oh, unfortunately, it look like I never download that video. So they don't release video for that attack. That video, you know, I can't congratulate them, even though no be ADF. I can't congratulate them. So me Oman Sabi say una good job that if nothing that will actually happen. But from all indications, from our indication, we'll be get time for feedback from our intelligence guide, and they will raise some questions. Them around personally investigate, around call the local authorities, the religious authorities, the activists, and the forces them for ground. Some of the way they be been a formal Sokade fighters them around talk for them. There was no attack in Akwaya as purportedly projected by Commander Dada. So it was a lie. How did he have these weapons? It's not believable. It's not possible that he's telling the truth. I have spoken to some of our fighters who were recruited in the B, because we have some Ambazonians who are serving in the colonial army. We have also provided them these videos for them to observe and give us their opinion. They don't believe that that weapon could be used in Ambazonia. That particular weapons, they can use that. They use those weapons in the seas. They also use those weapons with on mounted vehicles and outdoor. They don't use those weapons indoor. And if that weapons is deployed according to information that our brothers who serve in the Cameroon military have given us, when that weapon is deployed, it is deployed with a whole battalion of troops. Because that weapon alone, if we have that weapon, it can defend the whole sky, can defend the whole area from helicopter and even from aeroplane. It's a very powerful weapon. It is called NSV. So those weapons, we don't believe that these weapons are coming from a fight and attack that did not happen. We don't see the action where we go take them from Bambutus, for instance, Galem. We will use 3 battalions them. They go take those weapons. They will not see how La Republic du Cameroon they react. Then follow up. They don't carry on continually mission. They will try to recover those weapons them. They don't even go for General No PT come. Where some people they don't go give them money, say me the weaker toxin that they be carry the attack. But we don't give the good advice, and today we'll be very happy with the see what we eat for make sure so them be strong, they turn up fine, and they get the protection where they need them. So the 3 battalion, the way they go attack them, I know give those information them for sensitive reasons. But we carry out that attack. Our structure did the investigation. They choose those targets. They plan everything, and we gather the groups that executed the attack. So that those are facts. So Dada, in case you don't know Dada, he's one of the agents of Sako. As you know very well, the Ambazonia Defense Forces will control Momo. And there are some other forces in Momo, like the Marines, Momo Marines. The Momo Marines was set up by somebody who was mandated by the Ambazonia Defense Forces. In the course of setting up that force, he ended up creating his own force, and he have the right to do that. So those Marines are also under him. But we have the biggest forces in Momo. We control Momo. And there are these impostors who sit in the diaspora and they call themselves Momo County representative. We just laugh. But we have opened a lot of schools in Momo, Ambazonian Community School. We have opened health centers for the people of Momo. We are saving them. We are fighting against La Republique du Cameroon every day. So I'll play the video of this Commander Dada so that you guys should know him and his activities in Ambazonia. If you remember, there was one time when our operative on the ground, let me play the video so that you see.
Commander, you see one thing for Momo, do you find? You know, yeah, no one ADF the land. And me, I don't talk me, Dada. I disarm ADF to the least. I don't ever bring me there here. I don't talk so. Any my way chicks they go there, me bring them.
So now here, now the Commander Dada that now he talk for that video. Now the agent where Sako de Biseni, he come out can arrest one of our operative for Ground Zero, Montana. Montana na a very big ADF operative intelligence officer. He get a matrice. He get a matrice. He don't study university. He get a matrice. Well educated guy, very very smart guy. They picking up for inside Meta Day, for inside Meta Land Day, and also Meta picking. So Dada, where he talks saying that they go carry out that attack for get those weapons then for inside Akwaya. That is a complete lie. We believe say probably we'll never yet conclude our investigation, but we'll know say thing will know and say a lie. That weapons they no come up for any attack where they go recover them. Me everybody for Ground Zero will be very careful. Now probably the new thing where they be doing for the south, for the Atlantic states with Fee Machado, one can replicate, and now for the Savannah State, it no go waka. So we want educate our people them. They don't also believe say na because say one of the strongest thing wey Ambazonia Defense Forces them wouldn't get and like our strong point. It pass other group them when our strong point I say will be able to buy weapons them and gear for our soldier them. We don't do them so for long time will be the most effective one. So they want to try for broke our morale for bring this group, give them those weapons for show we say me and Ambazonia people they know those trust we or for count on we because they fit get weapons for that way. Some of our experts they don't give that argument. We are also buy them. So now some of the things that would feel say that thing that way to go on, but it not be conclusive yet. So we need to keep our eye open strongly. So we'll get the caller, even though in the middle of a show, may go answer them. Hello, Iron Lady, are they live online for the No Conny Talk show?
Okay, I will send you some important information, Nana.
Okay, I'll check them. Ma check them. Okay. Okay, una excuse me, una forgive me. Ma check this information. They don't say that for me. Now big woman that for inside what forces them. Okay. So now the Montana that now an agent from Sako, and we know say Sako the work hand in hand with La République du Cameroon. We not get doubt about that anymore. We not get doubt. We not fit judge them from our own angle. We not fit look at action them. We not judge them from our own angle. The man we don't compromise himself already. So now the Montana that where he catch ADF person. If you see person if he treat another Ambazonia like that for raise a weapon against another Ambazonia, then we definitely know say the person that who the talk say be. So
Poa Komasi.
okay, I don't get some information for this. So now the issue that for Montana, now the commander Dada he work now for disarm ADF. Any person where he job now for can disarm other forces that for ground zero will need to look at that person very carefully. Will know say that probably La République du Cameroon their job will be their main target. When I even see the document for UK, don't confirm the same thing. Say our forces now the biggest for ground zero, now the main target for La République du Cameroon for ground zero. So when you see Montana, when a job now for disarm our forces, then we need to be very suspicious. And one of the things we don't go back go look at now how they be do arrest Montana. From where to get them it shows in La République du Cameroon, will be first get the information say they don't catch Montana. Say na Cameroon government don't catch Montana. Only for we for can see video they come say na person where it also claims say be na La République na Ambazonia army. And I remember say for 2018 La République du Cameroon recruit a lot of our youths them where they don't send them back, mean they can infiltrate our forces. Montana likely fit that criteria as well. So we go leave this issue for Montana. We will leave the issue for Montana and we will go directly for which way we're supposed to present them for now. Today, when are the breaking news? When are the breaking news for today? So when I give me some moment, please. The breaking news for today, ma arrange my program. But before I go for the breaking news anyway, ma talk about the United Kingdom, the document, even though I not go into details because I'll get a whole show for talking. The United Kingdom, Britain, it don't release some internal document, and now the document the way when their government the one shake skin as many government they do they want to get the facts about what way it happened. So this document are a document for the Home Affairs for England, where they don't take them for their various departments, their intelligence services and for ground and abroad, their assessment for third inform their government and their government officials them. For me, we'll get this particular one for some of their lawmakers them. But this document, na document where all department for England go get them. We when the one know about or for talk about our struggle, they go read this document for get the facts about our case. And this one will affect all their government policy, include their government policy with Ambazonia and the way they stay for UK. They go to use now the document like a base for becoming judge person whether who be who. So for some people the way they want go chop a joro, the lie say they be na this one that they go pay money for this scam away there for UK. How they call in Wemba it go run out of business because the UK government actually know exactly which organization they be credible and which one the way they fit protect them. So if you been a La République du Cameroon, you know, if you run go for UK, say you want to use Ambazonia thing for chop ajoro because they know say the fit contact we will go talk about our people, then we will go verify their information for them. So one of the things in where the document do where no one go very deep inside. Now those two general observation they were observe where no one go very deep inside, and then another two observation when about the institution them I go talk a little bit more deeper. One of the things then for that document, if you go for the document for section 3.2.1, na number that for day you will see say it talk about Cameroon. It talk about this issue, say Cameroon was administered as two separate United Nations trust territory. And I think say now I think now one of the biggest thing is my contribution for this revolution for our country life. Now one of my biggest contribution is these wordings. It also reflect the information, because you look at say na intelligence report from the UK government. It reflect the submission from our own leaders them, our own organization to the United Kingdom, and selected reports by certain NGOs, university, and states department that have made submission to the United Kingdom's parliament and its government. So now those reports the way that I'm joining for form this document they way for outside day. So in this document it also reflect those submission. It not necessarily be advised by the archive, the historic archive of the United Kingdom, including their documents regarding our territory. You not just only involved because they actually quote those submission there for day. The whole concept say Cameroon was administered as two separate United Nations trust territories is playing into that conspiracy that was meant to destroy us and keep us as a part of Cameroon. Because when they say Cameroon, and remember this statement is made in a historic context, you cannot blame the British people, because our own organization, the ICC, the interim government, all of them have gotten it wrong. Even the Republic of Ambazonia. Now why do I be sense past king? All of them have got this part wrong, and that is why I will submit to the Secretary of State of the ICC, Dr. Larry, for his opinion, so that they can consider this point and make it clear to the United Kingdom. When they say Cameroon in the historic context was administered as two territories, it can mean two things. Cameroon as an international personality never existed before 1919. Cameroon existed only after the partition of the German Cameroon. So when they say Cameroon was divided, Cameroon was never divided, because the Cameroon that was divided is a Cameroon with K. That is the official name. So in a statement, as they have tricked us to be making that same statement, that Cameroon was administered as two trust territory. The second thing it can mean is that the Cameroon, it is the Cameroon now, that they will say that the Cameroon was administered as two separate United Nations trust territory. It will mean that the vision of that one Cameroon is still being superimposed on both territories, both Cameroon. So you are still speaking from that fallacy that they have put in you, that conspiracy that they want the Cameroon to be one. That is their design, which they have a right to have it as an opinion, but it is our self-determination that should determine the outlook of our territory. So to say that Cameroon was administered as two territory in a historical context is falling into the trap. What we must insist is that Cameroon is a union of two separate countries that were administered by two separate countries, because the conspiracy is trying to impose and impress upon us the impression that the British government and the French government were just custodian of two territories that were supposed to be one, or one country that was divided into two. And you can see that being reflected in the wrong history being taught in La République du Cameroun, their curriculum. So for our movements to repeat that same statement to the international community is actually falling chuke. They are falling into the trap. We can never say that Cameroon was administered as two by the British and the French. It means that the Cameroon, we are accepting that Cameroon is one. When you use that statement, you have actually acknowledged that Cameroon is one country. So Cameroon is not one country. That is our argument and that is our position, because we believe the union was not consummated, even though it is recognized legally, no, lawfully, not legally, lawfully as one, because of the technicality of the law and the fraud of the United Nations that had accepted that union without following the procedure. Legally speaking, it is still two countries. So we cannot say Cameroon is one country. Cameroon is not one. That is our stand, that is our argument, and our nationalist movement should reflect that in their submission to the United Nations, not to fall into this petty trick. So that aside, the next issue about the next thing I want to mention in passing is the issue of their conclusion about the IG. In that document, it has actually come out. Some people they ask us, say, Nakapo Daniel write that document because every single thing I was saying appears there. It means that I was actually being factual. And when if you imagine all the insult, all the unnecessary debate, people they argue with Sense Pass King. With Sense Pass King, they talk it through. So when it comes for IG, they analyzed IG very, very well. They said the IG was constituted. The IG, let me just read what they say there. I know you understand. It was considered by most separatists and many Anglophones to be Cameroon, to be government of Ambazonia. On its creation in 2017, the IG was weakened politically by the arrest in 2018 in Nigeria of its figurehead. Remember how they call Sako figurehead, which is exactly what I've been saying. They call Sako figurehead. Some people wanted to kill me that I call Sako figurehead. That it means I don't love him. So they say several separatist activists accuse the new leadership under ICC Sako of incompetence, misappropriation of funds. Some activists now sees the IG as a separate organization amongst many others. So that is the position. They did not go to mention Mr. Yerima in that document to show you that they don't want to make that document to express as if they are giving a fact somewhere or not. But it clearly shows that Sako is a figurehead, and that is how the IG people should see him as such. And that is the best way you can do, because he's actually a figurehead, just like Mandela was a figurehead. A figurehead does not mean that he does not have input or he doesn't have influence. As a matter of fact, it is just a fact. He's a figurehead, because you cannot lead an organization while you are in captive, but you can still remain that authority over them. You can still learn that personality on that organization. So yeah, we will have to move on now to the egg of C. For the egg of C, they made it clear. Let me, before I come back to this one, to the AGC, they made it very clear as well. They said Dr. Cho Ayaba is the undisputed leader. He's undisputed leader, and they actually recognize the Ambazonian Defense Forces as the biggest force on ground zero, which is something people have to accept. You know, we don't have to be debating things that are not debatable. So they tell Abacho is the headliner. They give all those things there, which is perfect. It's all good. It's all good. And which is exactly what I've been saying. So now, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, I will take you directly right into the crux of our matter of our presentation today, which is the breaking news I want to give to you. And you have heard Chris Anu have brought in a big news with Samuel Sako, the Gideon and the Goliath. They have brought the big news to tell us that they have signed a law firm. They are going to sue Cameroon government, sue Paul Biya, and we are going to have our independence through the International Criminal Court. And initially, my initial response is, if they can give us independence, I will be very happy and I will welcome it. But unfortunately, you know, if you harvest mango on top plum tree, that one are just fact. I said they talk the devil is a liar. These people are devils and they are liars. So they are the devils. They have been lying from the time they lied about the the invitation from the United Nations, lying about my trip to Boya and all those things, killing our people on ground zero and lying about it, promoting kidnapping for ransom. We heard even Dr. Santos came around and explained cases where Samuel Sako have been involved in kidnapping and ransom. Last time I made a mistake and mentioned that Chris Anu father was involved in something. No, it was the mother and the dog and his sister. We see that La Republic of Cameroon recovered money that they gave to the sister as deposit for his bribe. So we know that those are facts. You know, they always talk to him. It take like 1 year for come. He has been working with Mr. Pobia from day one. They kidnapped Siseko because they wanted to replace Siseko with somebody like him who is going to be working with them, and that is exactly what is happening. So I will give Una exactly the breaking news. If Una be don't see, we don't suffer. So Chris Anu and Samuel Sako, they don't come give we announcements. They don't go sign a law firm. So now that law firm go sue Pobia for International Criminal Court. If you don't see the picture, now that the picture is, you see, we white man, the fee say, we as we been a black people then, so when we see white man, now so we go to change. Now see, now then after the bow head with the sarcoma put it for this side moon and see head. Now then that the fee say when they go do bring white man, we go do run go say brrr, now white man then put American flag for back. We go do say brrr, that means na we go do fall for the head to open our foot them so like shower. But as soon as I talk with FBI, I don't make that phone call again. I don't make that dreaded phone call, and I dey fear for give una exactly the truth. And we get a lot of good people then for inside American government. They always give us tips and we follow them, and they always give us the facts about what really happened. So when I wait, my show now story plenty, my people, story plenty. Hey, I don't forget to play that audio from Cameroon Army. I go play it later. But when I see. When I take I chop Christmas.
I now want to at least
When I see
identify on some of the
when I see the people they look good, they look familiar. This white man, these two white people them. When I see the two white people them, when I know they look familiar. Now these two white people then that for corner Chris and also. When I be here time way Tibo Nagi become talk say the American government they fear. Say the war they fear say their problem. I say if they want help Ambazonia, it go affect Nigeria. Now their greatest nightmare that and then no one destabilize Nigeria. Chris Anu them, they don't go carry we. They just feel say they go bring any kind kwacha white man who go do carry them say because a white man will go begin jom for up the glad. These white people then are scammer them for America. Now the white people they all man they use them. Now two things day. One now for Ambazamzam their conclusion. One of the people they actually believe in the conspiracy because now conspiracy put for place all day, then conspire before them put for place all day. Say it go take conspiracy expert for unravel every shackles where they for Ambazonia their food. Now that white man and this now Biafra lawyer them. They don't easily go see our faith with the international community for America, but no say the same Biafra people then where they fear. Say it go can't enter for the struggle. Na yiwe Chris Anu they don't carry we so go tie hand for the. Whether na by design, or fise na by design, or na by foolishness, where some ambazams that go fise na by foolishness, I go analyze them for both ambazamzams and for critical thinker them. First move follow am, move na hear wait the lawyer they talk. When I see how the lawyer they God is good. Now God bring me for this struggle so. Now God help Ambazonia. If God no be bring Capo Daniel, they don't carry we go here on the long time ago. So when I hear what the lawyer they talk, how they don't chop money for Biafra people them. The lawyer they don't show Biafra people them something, they don't shoot them pepper. They use them now like propaganda them. For can play sample Biafra people them, make them feel something they go on, they are whoop money. Now every Cristiano they don't go take them to bring them. So that Ambazam they go do 4 2K, they go begin continue their scam they go. The hope say independent go come up for place where enough come out. First of all, I know say they bring the images then so for this National Press Club so that our people then where they for village and where they nobody know all the kind of thing them they go do see white man see National Press Club they go start faces on thing they way you know they National Press Club you know they like Congress Hall people where they know Congress Hall now say you know they for America for Washington DC You don't there's a how any man if you go pay money for they do married, if you go pay money for they organize your thing. Now press place where all journalists they always did it. Where if you want make news, you come for there, you go book them, you pay some more money, they will give you the hall, give you their microphone, give you their camera, and after that they will give you the video. When you go book them, journalists go come sit down for the year tomorrow you talk. If you been a better man, plenty journalists go come. If you not been a better man, journalists not go come. So the fact said no journalists they not publish anything for day. The only journalist where you go publish them, now me for where you go publish and say Ambazonia want sue Mr. Pobia. Soon after me for I shine, you to go delete them. He delete them for a tweet for a Facebook page, he delete them for a tweet. Because this is a be that open I know say a lie, not no day for day. Muna year, this video now the people that they want go represent Biafra. Una year where to where they be tell Biafra people them. Una judge them for una own take una own ear, una judge them, then we we'll talk them way to way mean for Ambazonia. Una here.
Repercussions for the justices of Nigeria and otherwise if the
now after Nigeria election, where for Imo State, they don't get problem for they go to for Nigeria the Supreme Court, they don't go lost case. So now the people they want come tell Biafra people and say they go go sue Nigeria. Well man no talk man no boss eye, but una hear una say una hear.
Of January 14th, flagrantly fraudulent, issued in bad faith, to deny a fundamental, internationally recognized human right to self-government, participate in elections that are freely and fairly conducted. We have in the United States a recent law called the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act, and it does empower the President at the request of the Secretary of State and various committee chairmen in the Congress to list persons abroad to be denied visas, have their assets frozen, to be excluded from commerce in the United States if they are complicit in internationally recognized human rights violations. And judges and justices are not shielded from that particular law. So there certainly would be a risk in my
would I suffer
to the Nigerian Supreme Court
would I suffer
if this decision flagrantly tainted is not reversed.
Ma talk I make una hear. Nigeria people they don't lost election or they don't win election, whatever the case they. I know they take me side from Nigeria palava. Una know say awala we dey together. We been a neighbor them. We love each other on another one. So the one no get nothing to do with Ambazonia them. With Biafra people, say me man no vex. The thing I say, the people that lie Biafra people then say because the Supreme Court don't give judgment where you no favor the Biafra people them, they don't violate their right of self-determination. They go sue for United States, their Supreme Court. They go sue for ICC. They go sue for United Nations for America. They go overturn that decision. If they don't overturn that decision, they go force the American government, sanction the judges them for inside Nigeria, Supreme Court judges. Inside Africa, Nigerian judges, their judiciary is as good as it gets. So far, they are one of the most independent in Nigeria. Yeah, big like Mrs. Sako never finished law school, only year 2. Around study criminology, around study political science, all those things. With my own small knowledge, I feel just tell and say this one a lost case. Now, big lie. This politician for Nigeria, they do the day for inside now just propaganda, also PR. Now the people in this way Sako go bring some kind casual white man the way that they can't talk any way 1 year. In the Ngambe man, you know if you go Ngambe, they not trace stone for down, you know talk something. You know if you go to hospital, they not prescribe you medicine. Right? Una think I hear.
Could impact not only the 7 justices who sat on the particular case, but the entire contingent of the Supreme Court, the whole institution, has shown it is corrupted and compromised. We encourage perhaps the others who weren't sitting to remind the sitting justices that there are others who would be impacted if they stood on their earlier fraudulent decision. It's also possible you could have ordered an international.
They know say when a white man go look and talk
under the
We go do follow.
statute of the
Kunya,
International Criminal Court, it's arguable that wholesale deprivation of the right to self-determination, the right of self-government, that has been witnessed by this decision is a crime against humanity. It violates Article 21 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
The thing we were long, but I go so important thing in the way go talk later. Now why that the one make a more year? It talks a election violation. Now a violation of right of self-determination. Now a violation of na human right all kind. You know, as they talk for law as lawyer them, you feel indict even a stick. You know me say you go send that stick, you go can't succeed to put them in prison. Where? When I hear.
Violates Article 25 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and certainly that's something that should be in the minds, we believe, of those justices. It's not a threat, it's simply an encouragement, an incentive to do the right thing.
So if it talks say go sue court, it will take legal action for get result. The same time if it talks say na just wait for those make a middle judge them, intimidate them, no be really intimidated, then they will change their mind. Now for Biafra their own case where the lawyer they talk, they won't go carry we go time with Biafra people them. Them will go do diplomacy for same America where they tell we say they fear na Biafra. When I wait me the other man come.
Possibility that the international community can be brought to bear, the UN, from the Declaration of Human Rights all the way through. This is a very, very serious matter. There's something that I didn't mention and I hesitate to.
Then a serious matter, they go take them for United Nations. They go take them for every Supreme Court for America. They go take them for ICC. Na palava for self-determination. Na so. When I hear, na thing where they talk, na the people they can catch what they go carry some like hapo beer. They go bring we all kind white people then so can blindfold Camerooners and they. Sako the one begin do for we. Then they don't see our own level. Now our own level this so.
Because I am not Nigerian, although I think Dr. Lloyd has bestowed.
The lawyer system they consider himself like a Igbo man,
and
like Nigerian.
We had a conversation. It wasn't heated, but he acted like he was going to revoke my Nigeria man credentials.
When I go take person where they consider himself like a Nigerian.
To be very distraught. He said, "Dad, you have to stay a Nigeria man." But talking about children,
no one Kiwi struggle finish and for daytime.
In the middle of nowhere, Florida, in a swamp. Closest town was 30 miles away.
Where?
The first thing that happened in the world that brought to bear to me that made
I should say we'll come back Christian with TV station or a Ngongong station. He go talk the same story for day.
Because I was in the South. It was
he advocate for Biafran independence.
It was the Biafra War. And I remember very distinctly thinking, this just isn't right. This isn't right. This is a great people. It is a great nation.
Now the kind thing this way they go can't take a me can talk for Ambazonia. Me can give you sweet mop. Me we can begin hope for place where nothing come up for inside. It like they don't give in a basket. Me go carry water with basket. We Kenja. Me go stand for this say water Kenja go can flop. When I hear
learned something most people don't know, that there is a plausible argument that democracy began in Igbo land. The very first written constitution on this planet was written by the Igbo people. The very first democracy that involved self-governance, that worked for everybody, not just the Greek wealthy, but everybody was in Igbo land. And the very first democracy that permitted women leaders was in Igbo land. The West, Europe, we were still in the Dark Ages.
Papa, I call you cafe. You own too much. You be lawyer. You be lawyer. So now the one this way Cristiano they don't go find them. They don't go see say the people go see so they can I feel the one they like bench at them. Do another kind white man the way they should obey. They can't drunk at them. If you can talk anything in 1 year. Now the one is the one can give hope for Ambazonia day. Some man be even the check out analyze them for 2 ways. One way for the Amba Zamzam and one way for the critical thinkers. If you be Amba Zamzam, that means you assume say man way you know if you think complex things them in worry you. You don't want easy things them easy go. That means say you go don't talk say na say they no be get money they don't go find some white man way if you can make drama can put and two for the if you say when they make I go give them momentum and then they go be emboldened for can continue their lies and manipulation. For don't take and say now, you know if you even believe say people that people conspire. Now so you go take them. Because these people them, now my way they go tell now anything on one time, now people already deal with Biafra people them. The fact that we associate our struggle with this particular lawyers them, now a very, very bad thing for our chances for American government for support we, because Tibo, Peter Nagy, dan can stand talk say their greatest fear and say Ambazonian struggle go trigger the Biafra people them for be emboldened and encouraged, and it go destabilize Nigeria with nothing where they no fit afford them. Nothing where they no fit afford them. We don't still go the guy the one go take we go term with the same lawyer them again for day. So if you've been an Ambazanzam, you go end only for that surface level for analysis I'm saying that so you go see them. Just small scam. They don't carry Bohebet. Bohebet not way na man way he know half of na modern man. Bohebet they do can start pap tray all those type of big what cover up. Sako do asa make video them again. He don't start come back for lamb like Chris Anu. You go interview the white man. The white man they mob the past. It is sweet. They go talk anything we don't want hear. And we not feel believe for thing way hope for thing way hope no dey. For people they then get when a critical thinker. If you be not say you be poor beer, as we know say how government did work, how they struggle for how the one use this Chris Anu and Sako for already hold we down, make we continue the hope for thing we hope no dey why they go take the momentum on the ground. Because I think that way they do one for SDF. They make people they hope say poor beer go die, poor beer they sick. Wait it go happen hope for thing where you know give you any result. Why this thing go to go on? They go to kill our people them. We go start making hope now for law court. Start making put money for the wrong place. It go to take away our attention. Now distraction before one realize and 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year and go again. What people they die for nothing. After that they will come bring back one up one eye without already dey. Pobia go the chop with Fundi. Sako go the chop now also that chop Pobia go the chop with Fundi. The same as Sako go and go begin chop with Pobia. Be the minister, me or a county people them carry chair. Now say it could be. So my brother, my sister, not to know day for day. These white people, the way Chris Anu and Sako Gideon and Goliath, they don't go bring up for we. Now just another distraction. Our only viable means for get independence remains the facts on the ground. Bo Herbert, he never even come up for that report for UK. So we're gonna know say those one are useless organization the way they not get no use. They not get zero use. We get two major faction them. The interim government and the governing council. We get two leaders. Seseko na a figurehead now. The leader will get them now so. Now Dr. Cho Ayaba. Leader is different from head of state. When I say for that document, it is clear. Leader is different from head of state. Then I explain that when I say the Ambazonian Defense Force now the biggest force for the ground. It be best structure. Now the best chance for we for win this war. Now for align ourselves with the ADF, they will give we the best chance to win. The battery to this computer and start die. I fear me no die. I will love and for here. I go play the audio way. The Cameroon military, it don't send for me, me gonna hear, and then I go answer them for here. So now the audio this way Cameroon army they don't send for me. They want challenge me as the deputy defense force. I no go answer them for back. I go answer them for front. Hear me, Oman Isabi. When I hear the audio,
Capo Daniel.
they send the audio through one of their personality. Them for ground zero who know am. So when I hear my batteries, they run down very fast. So now give me 1 minute. I fear this computer will go off. Ooh, now give me 1 minute, please. Okay, make a connect my power. Okay, everything is good now. So now audio this will receive the Cameroon army for Bamenda. They don't begin here our back. They want challenge we, so they don't send me audio message here. I go play am gonna hear.
Sako Daniel, Deputy Chief, Savannah Region. Thank goodness you are Deputy Chief of the Savannah Region. You sound very evil. Cameroon don't close in borders. They close the borders for the South.
So the talk say I sound very evil, but you know they say one man terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. For this case for Ambazonia, we are not evil, we are the good guys. We are fighting a legitimate war against a wicked and demonic regime, a colonial regime of Yaoundé. Their soldiers are responsible for the killing of close to 20,000 Ambazonians on the ground. They behead our pikin them, they execute pikin them as young as 4 months old. When I see videos and pictures where them behead Sam Soya, we don't see videos and pictures where them burn Mami Appiah for a house. We don't see pictures and videos where they execute Bebe Mata in Mami dan testify. We don't see report from NGOs over NGOs, including the Catholic Church, where they don't confirm La République du Cameroon the atrocity. The latest one being the atrocity they commit for Gabou. We, the people for Ambazonia Defense Forces, we are not wicked. We mainly fight for defend our territory, defend our people them. And we fight legally. We need to use any means for war will be illegal or will be immoral. We are the good guys. Now our right for self-defense now the only way for stop the impunity for the Cameroon military. So now why that would do self-defense? It be backed even by scripture. So we'll be happy and we'll be confident. So we'll be on the right side for prosecute this war. Ma play the audio me continue. I will answer the man one by one. I'm not going to answer the message through the people who didn't send the message for them. But I go answer them directly for you because they be send that message. The feel when they go come, he go shake we. He go shake me, but he no go shake me. He go actually motivate we for do even better. Which would do for ground zero.
You are Deputy Chief of the Savannah Region. You sound very evil. Cameroon don't close in borders. They close the borders for the southwest and northwest regions. If Ambazonia won't show, say they control that territory, make they open the borders. Number two.
So the Cameroon military, the challenge we say, if now we control Ambazonia, make we go open the borders them. How they don't close them. We are not foolish. Our objective in this war is not to win the battles. All battles is to win the war. For we forgo open the border with Nigeria or the border with La République du Cameroon. What will it save us? We are not doing this as a challenge. This is not personal. It is national. We get military strategy for ground. There is no need for us to go and open the border just to show you that we can open the border. We want to open the border for what? We have not yet had our independence. Our objective against your army on the ground is not to open the border. It's to make you bleed. It's to make you feel the pain. It's to carry out retributive action against your troops for the terrorist activities your troops are doing on the ground. Your troops are immoral. They don't take any prisoner. They meet our boys who are unarmed in their houses. They execute them and kill their entire family. They are immoral. They don't take prisoners. They don't follow any rules of war. We, as less unarmed as we are, we still respect the rules of engagement. We still attack only your soldiers. We don't attack your civilians. We don't attack the family members of your civilians, even the family members of your troops, or the family members of those who are working with you. We don't touch them because we are moral people. But you do the opposite. You burn the house of people on the ground. You burnt entire villages because they have sons in our forces. You should be ashamed of yourself. And if because you sound like an Anglophone, you should be ashamed of yourself that you are saving such a demonic army. You are carrying out all this atrocity against innocent civilians, killing our people like dogs and cats, less than human beings. What does that make you? It is a shame. It's a shame. You have lost the moral ground. Mo hear the second challenge we gam.
All bars they close for 6 o'clock. If Ambazonia deputy chief, you want to say you get that power, tell them they open after 6 o'clock. If you want to say Ambazonia to control the savannah regions and the whether what they call them savannah and what make the close down the schools or whether they function for Southwest again. Make una say.
So he say mo talk me bad and open, me the bad and open. Why I go talk me bad and open? Why? The bad is closed for evening because when I get down on a military, when the worker target our civilian, they will can't kill the people them for nothing just because they open bar. They won't listen for we. Would I instruct them, me them close their shop them on Monday? If una la Republique du Cameroon, una get power, at the challenge una back, una go talk me people that open their bar them on Ghost Town. At the challenge, I give the challenge back for una. Una go talk me they open their bar. Una don't talk they never open up. Una governor don't come and talk cry they no open up. Why una go talk me they open up? You talk me I go talk me then close school them for Atlantic zone. Right now, I be limited for the zone where they dey. I be limited for the zone where they dey. And the school then would take a passive approach towards the school boycott and the school closure because those are our people, those are our children. Even during wartime, we don't always advocate for community schools. We don't open plenty school them. Now the failure for the political leadership or the inability for really accommodate those children, them that make them would get a passive approach. But the fact say all schools they close on Ghost Town days, they show you say those schools them be under us. What about you, La République du Cameroon? I challenge you to bring your administrator back into the Savannah state, back to the suburbs. Even in Bamenda, I challenge Lele Afrique to come down again to the Commission Avenue. I challenge him. I challenge you, the Cameroon Army. Go and install your. How many times have you installed your administrators in Ambazonia, in the Savannah state? Do you have any SDO or DO in the state of Bui, in the state of Boyo, in the state of Mezam? Do you have any of them there? They don't live there. The family don't live there. We have reduced your annexation into a military occupation. You are challenging me about the Savannah state. In Bamenda, you announce on radio that your troops are going on the street to march again, to show force. I, the deputy defense chief, I stop it. I stop it. I operate and authorize and organize sporadic attacks at night. And I intimidated your troops and they cannot go down to show you that we control that street. And I challenge you this week. I'm putting a challenge against the Cameroon Army. This coming week, you have the whole weekend. The whole next week from Monday till Saturday. Send your troops to go and run again on that same road. I'm not asking a different road. Let them go and do that same thing on that same road. And then if you don't cry, if you don't see at least 10 bodies of Ekelebes, of foreigners in our land on that ground, of the Egyptian forces that you have on our land, then me, I'm not the deputy defense chief in that very Bamenda. I'm giving you this small challenge. Just a small challenge. This next week, go and let your troops again in their numbers. Let them go and run and show force like they used to do. Let them go and do that. Let them go and do mixed patrol again. Let them go and do the mixed patrol that they used to do inside Ambazonia. Then you will know who controls Ambazonia. Now they work at their skin, they don't get. As a matter of fact, the intelligence we are having day by day now, your guys, they cannot even go out again to eat. They cannot go out to eat. And it is only going to get worse because you know what? I am focused on our capital city in Bamenda. By the time I'm done, there will be no military present in Bamenda. In Bamenda, the same as it is in the other suburbs. There will be no military presence there in Bamenda. Bamenda will be clean. I'm bringing all the forces in Bamenda. All. I will be selecting them, bringing them all there in Bamenda. So your challenge have been received. You go on. The other thing, I will not play it because you are talking about my personal life, talking about my private life. It doesn't affect me in any way. What you guys have to know is that we know that you have the capability to keep people abroad. We know that you have done that. You have done that to Seseko. You do not scare us. Your Minister of Territorial Administration, your president have come up and tell us he is going to kidnap us, he is going to execute us, he is going to do ABC. He has been saying the same thing for 3 years, and we are not scared. Even if tomorrow you come to my door, you send those your killers, they come to my door like you have done to many people before to come and assassinate me, I will still go up with my head held high, and I will still be happy because I fought a good fight, a righteous fight, because I know that God is on my side, justice is on my side, I'm on the side of the truth, and I'm on the side of the people. If you die today, you the commanders, you the people saving the Cameroon army, you are fighting an illegal fight, illegal on man's law. Forget even about the laws of man. In the natural justice, you are still wrong. You die and you go straight to hell. If you kill anybody, if you're a Cameroon army, the ones who are there, we have some of the hotels, oh Master beg, what would go with the shoot gun for we need to shoot people then. Because we fear commander or pretend like we shoot, but we need to shoot people then. Because they know they are doing something wrong. We are the good guys, you are on the wrong side. So that is it, everybody. That is it, everybody. I'll leave it there. If some person want to hear all the audio, no need for me to play all the audio because the next part they talk about my private life. But I don't give them my challenge back. I've given them challenge. I will not reply that audio. I will not reply it. I will not fit into what they are trying to do. I'm not in that their games of 2 and 4. They are trying to get into our mind, get into my mind. But I've done it already. I've played it. Our people have heard because I believe in public court. We will focus on the ground. We'll focus in the Savannah states, all the 7 states in the Savannah zone, from Momo, Mezam, Bui, Ngo, Kitunja, all of the 7 states in Momo. We are building a perfect structure. What I'm going to do, I'm going to transform the whole Savannah state into something that I've never seen. What General Mba Ibo had started up, what we had been discussing, a lot of things that we have been discussing in the background, we are now implementing it. We are expediting programs that were not there before. The whole program of coordinators, we are going to implement them fully so that in every state, they have somebody on the ground who will be in touch with everybody there to mobilize and synchronize the civil resistance and the military resistance perfectly. The reporting system, some generals they are reporting, some generals are not reporting. The planning, it has been a little bit challenging to coordinate attack, but they have been focusing so much on the contender force, so much on big money, big guns, and all those things. I am focused on efficiency. I'm focused on David against Goliath. I'm focused on that thing, that 5 stone. So that is what we will do there in the Savannah State. As I tell you, my people, the revolution shall not be televised. But I've given you the facts of today. I've concluded everything. So thank you very much once more for participating in this show. God bless you and have a good day. Ciao. For all our commanders at Ground Zero Accord Una Cafe, for all our civilians who continue to share the intelligence. Any place like Republic du Cameroon, their forces they chop, they sleep. Una take the picture, they wanna send it for me. Describe the location, describe the frequency where they come. We will keep una anonymous. Any force for Ground Zero, Dr. Chua Yaba, we don't give me mandate for unite all forces. Every force for Ambazonia. Any place una day, una contact me. I'll be willing for advice una, for give una our training manual, for teach una way to the political ideology we will stand with them, and for help una for coordinate. Any civilian will get problem with our soldier them for ground day for the Savannah State, contact me directly. We will try for help una. It be a very difficult job because I also get a full-time job for here, but I will manage to find time for do as much as we can. my specific time the I allocate them for dedicate them for our country. I would keep to those times them, and I want to tell our population say, cook way down day back inside our hand, and the population be very happy now. They complain the way they be the make them way be legitimate. We don't answer those complain them. Like the public to come around where they want to take advantage for them. They don't fail. We don't shame them, and we go continue for respect all our traditional rulers and our forces. Them be well disciplined and professionals. But nobody know the way no get small error. Any other way they will go solve them within ourselves. God bless you now. Ciao.